Streaming. Let's go to pages. Yeah, just gonna have to hang tight for a moment. Let me finish doing this so we can get started. Mr. Briggs, let's not use names. I'm coming, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure. Just give me a moment. I'm taking attendance to let you all in. And just hang tight. We got a packed house. Okay, so I think this is the first one. It is a good idea to make sure, at least as we do these Zoom sessions, you want to have your student name. I see one already. I'm trying to see if I can find them on my list. I might have to come back to them. Okay, I found them. Okay. So as we do these Zoom sessions, ladies, I'm not sure if we have any ladies here or not. But it is a good idea. You want to use your student name because I use it for attendance. So basically, I take attendance as I let you in. Okay, and we got a packed house. We're almost done for the day. We're almost just about ready to get started. I'm trying not to use like names. I'm trying to keep everything a little bit, whatever. I do stream, and I'll kind of walk you through everything that I'm doing here. I'm just trying to get everybody in here before we get started, so that way I can say less and do more, be as zen as possible, if you catch that drift. So I'm not repeating myself a whole bunch. I think that's okay. Almost there. I think we got some celebrities. Let's see. Just about there. Okay. Like I said, we got a packed house. Did it freeze on me? Is it limiting me? All right, I know. Let me see. Did I get that student? I think I did get them. Okay. Come on, come on. Almost. Let me mention it for this student as well. So again, hang on. Yeah, see, okay. I'm not seeing this student. I'm gonna have to leave him a message. If you have, let me just try to get as many people in here. Hang tight, just about ready. Okay, so the only one I'm missing is the, okay, I found him. Okay. All right, and let me make a note. So I'm assuming that you guys can hear me okay. Let me check one other thing. I don't see this student, so I'm going to do this for now. I don't think I saw. Is there a Baker here or Daniels? Okay. I don't think I saw any of these people. Yeah, because I took attendance as I let people in. Okay. One other thing. So let's do here. And let's go ahead and switch over to this guy. Okay, that's fine. Course content, we can start there. Come on. All right. So I'm gonna go like this. Come on. Are you not? There it is. Okay. Okay. That looks good. I'm gonna let that be. I'm not gonna worry about that. All right. So, and I need to do this so you guys can see what I'm doing. Let's share. We want to share this one. Okay. All right. So, welcome everybody. This is College Algebra 1 with Lab. I'm Professor Pfeiffer. Okay. So hopefully we're in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing with the right people. Um, Feel free to either unmute yourself or just like type in the chat. I do monitor my chat. Feel free to either type in the chat or unmute yourself if anything is not clear or you have questions. And basically, I'm going to use today as an orientation. Okay. Um, I usually like to do icebreakers or openings. We just got a packed house, and I don't want to. I don't want to waste your time. Our time is like very like sensitive. We don't have a lot of time together. I'm under the impression we meet twice a week. This week is only once, which is today for 50 minutes. Okay, we got the missing one. So let me do because I just don't want to show this. Give me just a moment. Is that right? That looks good. Let's go here. HMJ, where is he? There he is. Okay, cool. And then we want to go back here. Come on. All right, we can admit and we can show it back. Okay. So let me go back here. Where is it? This one? This one. Okay. So you all should be able to see my screen. Okay. So again, this is College Algebra 1 with lab, and I'm just going to kind of walk you through. Let me give a little bit of background of just me and like the idea behind what I'm doing here. So hopefully, I'm glad that we have everyone here. I see a lot of. Okay, let me just try to quickly do this. When you guys come late, it totally throws me off. I probably will do like a cutoff, right? So I'll probably give you a 15-minute grace period. Um, I'm trying to do things so that I don't show all you guys information. I am live streaming, so that's why it's all the little stuff. Let me go back to this one. That is this guy. Cool. He's there. There. Mm-hmm. And then we want to bring the image back, and we're going to let him in. Okay. Okay. So let me give you a little bit of background about me. My name is Professor Pfeiffer. I have a master's in applied math. I know you can't see me. I have my video off. I'm totally not camera ready. So you're just going to have to use my audio, but I'll tell you a little bit about the myth, the legend that is Professor Pfeiffer. So you can. My image is on my YouTube channel. I'll be giving you information on how to access all of this stuff momentarily. But again, my name is Professor Pfeiffer. Again, hopefully you guys can hear me. Like in the chat, it'd be nice if you just say, yeah, we can hear you or something like that. So I can, let me check it real quick. Yeah, cool. I can see that. Okay. I came out of Morehouse. I graduated Morehouse in '06. I eventually got a master's in applied mathematics um, one of these years. And I mean, I don't have a doctorate, so I kind of go back and forth with like getting back into school. I don't know. I'm kind of at a certain stage of my life. I may or may not. It just depends on how I feel. But that's where I am. Like I said, I came out of Morehouse in '06. I got a master's in applied math. And I am glad that everyone's here because, this has been a turbulent, year. A year ago, I think everything was full blown a year ago at this time, but, we've been in this whole pandemic thing for a year. And so thus that brings us here to being online, right? So this course is College Algebra 1 with Lab, fall of 2021. So now with a lot of the stuff that I'm going to share, I'm still updating information. I literally just got access like at midnight last night. So I did the best I could between midnight and this moment right now. So you should be able to see my screen. Um, so let me see. Let's just hop into the syllabus. So when you log into Blackboard, it should take you straight to this page. You can even do it off to the side and you can kind of follow along with me. As soon as you log into our Blackboard, it should look like this. Again, if anything is not clear, if you have questions, feel free to either unmute yourself or type in the chat. I do kind of periodically check the chat. I see you guys are having fun with the chat. That's awesome. Oh, so it is a good idea to try to reach out to some of your brothers and get in contact of at least like 2 or 3 different people in all of your classes. I say that because like if anything goes left or if you miss something or they miss something, y'all can kind of help each other to kind of stay on track. This is really, I encourage like cooperation. I just encourage it. Like you're gonna need that for the rest of your life. It's important. I encourage you guys to work together just to get it done. Um, you can, with the way everything is set up, you can kind of take advantage of it. On my end, I just need to see where you get your stuff done. You know, sooner or later, we're all going to be accountable for what we do, and that is what it is. But on my end, for right now, just follow my instructions. As long as I see your stuff on, in the computer system, that gives me what I can work with. So when you log into Blackboard, you had that previous page, you open the link, and this is what you'll see. So if you're in my Zoom, you're already ahead of the game because you're in communication, your stuff is active, so you can see what you need to see. So on any given day, now right now this Zoom link that we're using is tentative. This is like my personal Zoom link. I usually use the one with Morehouse because it has like more features. Yeah, he can get back in. Oh, I usually use the Zoom link with Morehouse because it has more features. But Morehouse being Morehouse, things are a little bit behind, so I can't access what I need to access. So I had to improvise. So you can either like for right now, you can scan this QR code. I'll update it as necessary. And so basically, the structure that I'm going to be doing for my course, which I think is the simplest and for everybody, not only the students but for myself, we're gonna be doing an online asynchronous setup. And so what that means is all I need you to do at each session, like on Mondays and Wednesdays, give me just a moment. I think he was in. Did he get back in? You guys got back in? Okay, I think once you're in, you're able to get back in. Okay. So all I'm going to need you to do at any given moment, like we're scheduled to meet Monday and Wednesdays at 9 a.m. You don't have to stay for my sessions. I just need you to check in. So like how if you once you get into my Zoom, I take attendance as I let students into the Zoom. So with that being said, it is a good idea that on your Zoom profile, just have your regular student name so I know who you are. If I don't recognize your name, like some of the students I had to investigate on the fly and I found it, I was able to verify. But if I don't recognize you, I might not let you in. I am going to. I'm generally a stickler for time. So what that means is, like for instance, if class starts at 9, I usually try to get in, have Zoom open by like 8:50, and just hang around for like at least the first 5 minutes, just to make sure I'm not doing any announcements, any important announcements or anything like that. At 9 o'clock, you're officially on time, and I'm willing to give you about a 15-minute grace period, right? So, like after 9:15, if you show up, anybody that shows up after 9:15, I might let you in, but I won't give you attendance credit. So between, once I take it to that first attendance at 9 o'clock, you get full credit. After I do that first wave of attendance, then if you show up between 9 to 9:15, that's considered late, so you're not going to get full attendance credit for that day. After 9:15, I may or may not let you in the class, but you're going to be marked as absent, so you won't get any attendance credit. But no need to really worry about that. It doesn't get factored into your grade. Attendance only becomes an issue if you start racking up a whole bunch of absences. Like I think you're either allowed 2 or 3 unexcused absences. Let's just keep it to a minimum. Again, you don't have to stay for my class. The main thing is I just need you to check in and like make sure, I just want you to check in, say, hey, if you have any questions or anything like that. I think he was already in. He should be able to get back in. Just check in each session, get your attendance credit, get any questions that you have answered, and move on. So what we're going to be doing, the information I'd like to go over with you all, I've already done it, right? Like basically what I did is I recorded my sessions with the students of the past and made those sessions available on my YouTube. I'll show you how to access my YouTube in just a moment. And so we're doing asynchronous. So what that means is that the lectures, all the information that I want to share is already available on my YouTube. I'll show you where the link, I'll show you how to access the start of the link for the playlist there. The homework is, I'm going to make all your homework for the semester is already available. I'll show you how to access that in a moment. I'm going to make all of your quizzes available with their due dates, okay? The only thing that's not going to be available up front are your exams. We can anticipate, I think it's like two exams basically in Pearson, and then a common final exam that the department gives, just to make sure that we're all on the same page. I've been toying with the idea. I'm leaning more sort of I'm leaning towards the second exam, which is like the midterm, to be an oral exam, either some kind of presentation or oral, where basically, I want to like schedule. We got a lot of students, so that's going to take. I'm just going to do one round of that, but I'm going to make like a Survey Monkey, something like that, and everybody chooses their convenient time slot for themselves, and then you got to defend yourself with like a series of questions for like 10 minutes, right? 10 or 15 minutes, something like that. I'm leaning toward that. That's not finalized. I haven't really decided if I'm gonna do that or not, because that's, but so kind of be ready for something of that nature. Let me check the chat and I see there's some activity. Yeah. Is the chat shown on YouTube? No, I'm not doing the live chat on YouTube because I'm not really, I am streaming on my YouTube channel, but I'm not. That's not the main point. Point. So I'm not doing the live chat on YouTube. I could, but I'm just not doing it. Yes, you are pretty much working at your own pace. Um, and I mean that's a fairly accurate. It's not really self-taught. So the way it works, the information that I want to share is already pre-recorded. So you would watch those lectures beforehand, take notes as if you're in class, and then at each session, instead of us trying to be live and me delivering our lecture, I want to use the class time as a homework session, as a Q&A session. So the idea is that you can honestly get ahead if you want. You can do all the stuff ahead, finish the stuff, and then just be waiting for the exams. And again, I just want to use class time as a Q&A, as a homework session. If you're busy and you can't stay or for whatever, as long as you get your attendance credit, that's all that I need. And more than likely, I'll either at the class times, I'll either just be going through your homework and you can just follow along and like, but you're gonna have your own like it's gonna be the same questions with different numbers. As long as you get your stuff submitted, that's it. You can get ahead, you know. I'll either go through your homework, but if I feel like people aren't really using it, then I'll probably just be available, you know. So it's going to be one of the two. Either I'll just be available during class time for questions, or I might go through your homework. But again, the lecture any information in the lecture I wanted to say is already available. I'll show you how to access my YouTube in just a moment. And but basically, you watch the lectures beforehand. You take notes as if you're in class, and then you come to this time with questions. If there aren't questions, then I'll just kind of be making my way through the homework. The best way to make use of my services is to ask me specific homework questions. But if you come and say like, "Oh, I don't understand" or "I don't get this," it's it's kind of difficult to kind of direct the information versus, hey, I was working through the homework and I couldn't figure this question out. Can we walk through it? Then that's a lot better. So specific questions work better for me. But if you ask me a general question, say, hey, I don't get this idea, then it's kind of a challenge for me to help you in that sense. I can try. Also, another thing is that you all have already paid for tutors. Tutoring is included in your tuition. I'm about to open the syllabus and all that. Let me check the time. Tutoring is included in your tuition, so take advantage of it. You've already paid these guys; they're just sitting around waiting for you. Um, in the past, the link was something like tutors. So just contact the Morehouse office, and they'll tell you how to contact the tutors when they're set up. But it was something real simple like tutors at morehouse.edu, something like that. But just contact the math office and say, hey, how do I link up with tutors? It's a good idea to go ahead and get set up with that. Um, there may be some extra credit opportunities I would be open to discussing, like basically some projects. They just have to be pre-approved, and you can potentially earn up to 10% of your grade in extra credit. Let me. There's more information I want to say, but let me, instead of just chatting, let me go ahead and open up the syllabus and let's proceed with that. Let me check the chat real quick to see if there are any questions. I know I gave him attendance. I'm gonna let him in. Let me see. Let me go through some of these questions real quick. So the chats we talked about the chat. It is work at your own pace. It's kind of, yeah, it is essentially self-taught, but then you just use the class time to get questions. Like if you need more assistance, we can, again, I do best with specific questions. Like, hey, I was working through the homework. Can we do this question? Um, but as far as content and things that I want to say, it's already available in my pre-recorded lectures. And if I'm not able to help you and a classmate's not able to help you, then that's where the tutors come into play. Like there's a progression where somebody somewhere is going to be able to help you if you can't get it directly from me. The pre-test, if you want to take the pre-test, you'd have to contact the math office, and they, like the department chair, it's Dr. Clark. But just call the math office. Just email and call, and they'll get you set up. Yeah, just start there. That's a great place to start. Let me see. Okay. Um, yeah. Okay, that's fine. My office, yeah, the class time is my office hours. So because I'm not really lecturing during class, we're going to use class time as like Q&A. So like for instance on Zoom, I can do like breakout sessions and like, so like if you need to do like a private discussion, we can. And other times we can also schedule. So like if class time, I'm using class time because I know that's the time that works for everybody. Because if you signed up for the class, I know you're available at that time. Um, and yeah, we can kind of work it that way. It is a good idea to do a group me. I recommend that. I encourage it. So let's go ahead and kind of make our way through the syllabus. So we're on Blackboard. It should look something like this. It should bring you. Let me go back. Well, as soon as you log into you open up our class. It should bring you to this page, and then you open up this folder. Okay, and let's make our way through this information, right? So let's start with the first folder with the syllabus. I'm going to go ahead and open that. And now this is a tentative syllabus because again, like I said, I just got access to some of the stuff that I needed at midnight. So I just did what I could with what I had access to, right? So again, this is College Algebra 1 with lab. This is section 5. I got to update all of that. I just got to, so I'll be updating the syllabus. Again, my name is Mr. Pfeiffer. Let me do one other thing really quickly. Let me see, share. That's fine. I'm not gonna worry about that. I just want to do a new note. That's fine. Import. And it's going to be here. Okay, it's kind of behaving. Nope, it's not behaving the way I'd like it to. Okay, let me try something really quickly. Give me just a moment. Let me see if I can get this to work. Now, sometimes I have to go like this, like that. Let me see if I can get this to work. Looking, come on. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, so it's kind of a lot, so I'll just try to not talk too terribly fast. Again, these sessions are being recorded. They are streamed on YouTube, and let's just make our way through the syllabus so we can see what we need to see and things of that nature. All right. So again, this is College Algebra 1 with lab. Is it kind of a delay? Okay. This is College Algebra 1 with lab. I'll update the section. I know this is section 5. Again, I'm Mr. Pfeiffer. Okay. You can reach me at my email. So it's basically my first name dot last name at Morehouse. Best way, I mean, I would say email me for records, but I get a lot of emails and I struggle to get through them. So the best way to contact me, honestly, email me and then ask me during class. I am working on trying to get like a virtual office phone because that would be nice too. You guys could actually call me and like that would be a direct line that I could control, but it's not set up right now. So whenever you need me right now, you'd have to email me, and then if I don't respond to your email by the next class session, just ask me during class time. Class time is honestly the best time to get your questions answered. Like I say, I'm working on the office phone. Let me do it like this. Do I have any other colors? This is fine. I'm working on the office phone, and so I think this is the Zoom information for where you're on right now. Again, this is going to change once I get access to my Morehouse Zoom that has full features that won't limit me. This might cut off, right? Because I know I'm limited to like I might have 10 minutes left on this, so we'll do the best we can. I'll come to those questions in just a moment. I see there's some chat activity. I'll check that in just a moment. My office hours again is basically during class time. So just because again we're using all the class sessions, it's basically a homework session or study session or Q&A. The lectures, let me see. So I'm gonna have to update this. You know what times we meet though? We meet Monday and Friday. Sorry, that's not right. Monday and Wednesday, basically 9 to 9:50. So I'll be updating this. Um, the lab, I would say contact Dr. Lamar. You should know your lab. I don't have access to that right now. I know Dr. Lamar is overseeing the lab. And I'll talk about the grading rationale for that momentarily. This is approximately the dates of this semester. I know that finish date is we pretty much finished that first week of December, right? So today is August 18th, and we're going to be done right at about that first week of December. This is the Zoom information, so you're here, so you're good there. Again, my office hours for right now are basically during class time and other times by appointment. So like if you want to meet outside of class at some other time, you just have to contact me and we have to schedule it. But class time is honestly the best because that's what the time is for. Okay. Let's see. Prereqs is basically the placement exam. This is College Algebra 1 and a brief overview. We'll go through a brief overview momentarily. Let's talk about the grading rationale. So the grading rationale. So I think this class does have a lab. Um, so basically, your regular grade counts as 90% of your overall grade, right? And the lab counts as 10. So what that means, say like if you weren't doing the lab, your full grade will come from here. So I'm just going to calculate this like normal, where your homework serves as 10%, classwork and quizzes count as 10%, your exams are 60%, and the final is 20%, right? So without the lab, that would be 100%, but with the lab, this again is 90% of your overall grade. And then the lab is going to be make up for the 10%. So like for instance, say you got 100% on all of this stuff, but you don't do the lab, then the highest that you can get is a 90, right? So Morehouse has made changes recently. I know this is new for you, but Morehouse has kind of revamped their college algebra presentation. So it's a lot less work. It's a little bit, it might seem a little bit one way initially, but once you get going, honestly, you can finish my class like and be done with it and just be waiting for the exams. Like you can totally get ahead. It's totally possible. Um, but yeah, that's essentially how I'm going to calculate your grade. So I'm just going to calculate on my part for our interactions, I'm going to calculate it like normal. And then whatever score you get there, I'm going to say times zero point 0.9 and then plus the 10% for your lab, like whatever score you get on the lab. Um, Dr. Lamar, in the past, she's been using Alex, and what Alex does is basically it's like an online learning tool where it customizes the material for each student based on like your placement exam. So based on whatever you test scores you get, it kind of identifies what you may or may not be deficient in, and then it'll give you coursework to boost anything that you might be missing. It's really designed to try to fill in the gaps. I think it's a great compliment as far as as lab work goes, right? So let's kind of keep going because I want to show you, I want to kind of get through this syllabus and show you how to access things. The grading rationale, basically if you get 90s or A's, 80s or B's, officially passing any course at Morehouse is a C. In my class, you can score a 70 and pass. Anything below a 70, some programs may or may not let you pass with a D. Obviously, you can't move forward with an F, right? I'm more so the type. Look, if you're close, I try to get. I don't let students, you know, go with like a 69.8. I'm not one of those people. Like if you're 69.8, I'm going to get you to the 7. I'm going to find some way. But you don't want to be close. You want to be aiming for A's and B's. I don't know how the saying goes. Aim for the moon, fall amongst the stars. That makes more sense for me, so I'm going to say that and leave it at that. Let me check the chat before I go forward because I know it's been a lot of activity. I see you guys are networking. I think that's great. I'm gonna just see if there's any questions. Okay. It looks good. I don't think this is being streamed, so I think we're okay. You can't. I'm not streaming I'm only streaming my tablet. Okay. So let's move forward. Oh, awesome. They removed the 40-minute limit. I think because of like COVID and the lockdowns and things. Okay. So with this being a 2-credit course, this is kind of an overview of what we'll be talking about throughout the semester. The one I want to look at is this one. So this one kind of like goes into the details. This is basically what we're going to be doing for the entire semester. This first week is only section 1.1. Now again, I've already made homework assignments available for pretty much all these sections. I haven't loaded the quizzes, but you can anticipate a quiz every week. I'm gonna get those up as soon as I can. Something real quick just to see are you logging in. If you notice, let me see. As you go through this, you might notice. No. You might notice. Look at these weeks, right? You got week 1, week 2, and then notice there's a gap. It goes from week 3 to week 5. If you keep going, you'll notice it's a gap. It goes from week 7 to week 8. If you notice, there's a gap. It goes from week 11 to week 13. So, any idea what's happening in those gaps? Let me see if anybody can you guess what's happening in those gaps? Um, the quizzes are not timed. You get unlimited attempts at the homework and quizzes. I mean, honestly, this is kind of a freebie. But oddly enough, Yes, yeah, it's fine. It's totally okay. Yeah, just as long as you check in, however you access is fine. Um, as much as I think that my class is a free pass, everybody doesn't make it through my class. I'm like, okay. So that's the only reason I haven't made it more challenging. And I feel like life is challenging enough. You got enough professors. I think this is past. You got enough professors that are really hard. Honestly, as long as you get my stuff submitted, you get unlimited attempts. There's no time limit, but you'll notice some nuances. Like you'll notice. I don't know if that person. I don't know if I gave him attendance credit or not. But it's still a little bit of a challenge. You still got to work, but I feel like the way I set it up is reasonable. Let me check the chat one more time. Did anybody figure out what's happening in those gaps? Okay. If you want to take the pre-test, I would say you got to contact the math department. Like they have that information. So in those gaps, those are basically when you can anticipate those exams. So exam one is during week 4. So we'll use that whole week. Like the first session is to like review. Honestly, our sessions will be review and the exams will be available. Week 8, I'm still on the fence. I haven't decided if I want to do like an oral exam or not. I'm leaning more toward it. I think I will. I do want to probably exam 2. I wanted to probably be something oral, like a midterm exam, and then week 12 will be exam 3, and then we have a final exam. Right. Again, if anything is not clear, if you have questions, feel free to type in the chat. We got we got a little bit of time, so I'm going to take advantage of the time, and I kind of keep moving. Okay. But yeah, but this is a play by play. So this week, section 1.1, I mean, again, the homework is already available. The lecture is available. So my recommendation, watch my pre-recorded lecture. Let me see. Did I skip that part? Maybe I didn't include it. I might not have included it here. Let me check another location. I might have it somewhere else. If it's not in the syllabus, okay, so I don't have that in the syllabus. Okay. So I'll show you how to access my YouTube momentarily. Um, so this last page, let me think about where you can place it. I don't want it in the email. Okay, so this last page is a document saying that you've gone through the syllabus, you understand what's expected of you out of the course, and that you'll abide by the rules of the course. And I would just need you to fill this out. So then, for instance, on this first line, I would need you to print your name and then print your name, sign your name, put your student email and the date that you do it. I'm going to create a box link where you can drop files. So I'll create that once I get access. I just don't have access just yet. So you can fill it out. I just hold on to it for now. I usually count this as the first quiz grade. If you have questions, feel free to put it in the chat. And I still want to, there's still more we kind of need to discuss. Do we? Yeah. So I see the question about Pearson. So let me kind of show you how to access some other things because I know there's still a YouTube. So we hop back over to our Blackboard, right? So again, when we log into Blackboard, it brings us to this page, right? And so now I know there's a question about Pearson and YouTube, right? So when we open the link on Blackboard, so we've gone through the syllabus. We know how to access Zoom, at least the current link. And then now here for the PowerPoint lecture slides, so that folder 3, anything that you see me writing, like where you saw me doing all the annotations and stuff like that, I'll create a link that I'm going to put here. I still got to update it because I'm still kind of working on some stuff. I might make a link to like my old notes that should match up with you can kind of sort through it, and then I'll do a link that's current for like any interactions I have with the students this semester. I'll make it available there. So any kind of PDFs or things like that, I'm going to make them available in folder number 3. So now for Pearson, to access Pearson, you want to go to this folder number 4. So if we click on that. Because you're in Blackboard and I linked it to Blackboard, it should be there because I want to say that Morehouse includes this with your tuition. Don't quote me on it. It should be. It may or may not. You know what? In hindsight, now I'm thinking about it. In the spring, I think the students did have to pay for it. Now you can access it here, but you'll probably be prompted for payment. I think it runs about $120. But you'll be using this. But once you pay for access, you can use it for my class. You can use it for College Algebra 2 and pre-calculus. So we use it for 3 different classes. So as long as it's the same book, you don't have to purchase access again. So it should be once for at least 3 of our classes that we offer. And then your assignments are going to be in that first link where it says My Math Lab All Assignments. So if I click there, it should be this. And you see week 1 is just that one assignment. It's ready to go. Now when you click on it, right, it says prerequisite warning. Before you can do any of the remaining attempts on this assignment, you must do the following. Receive 70% or more, and that takes you to my YouTube page. That's one way to access it. Like if I click on that link, right, Professor, let's click on this one, the one that's 99, and it should be the playlist. So you see where it says 1 through 24 that's going to be all the those are the lectures for the entire semester. So now that week 1, those 2 are a little bit. I think the video didn't display, so you could listen to them. Do the best you can with those 2. I'll probably come back and like make some fresh versions of all of these, but I just kind of gave you access to like some of the discussions I had with students of the past, and it should have most of the information. If anything is missing or anything of that nature, you had to bring it to my attention. And again, I do intend to kind of make some fresh versions of all of these, but these are some of the sessions that I had with students of the past, right? So you can use this for the notes for the semester. So again, essentially all the lectures are recorded and they're available there. Again, that link is one way to access it, and I think we just got credit for it. Okay, anyway, so that's that. So again, all the assignments are there. So then let's go back. Let me check the chat real quick, see any kind of questions. Okay, I think the chat is cool. So we saw one way to access my YouTube. Here's another way. So my YouTube name for this, I have several like accounts. With my YouTube for this, now actually I'm a gamer. I'm not opposed. Now I know at one point, what's the time? I want to go for about another 5 minutes. At one point, I did mention something about extra credit opportunities. Now, I'm open to like if somebody wanted to do like a research project, like where I'm a gamer. I only play like 2 games right now, and the main one I play is called Mobile Legends, Bang Bang, Mobile Legends Bang Bang. And what that is basically a 5-on-5 battle royale, right? So you have a team of 5 versus another team of 5, and it's a capture the flag style thing, right? So one extra credit thing I would be open to considering as far as a project in accordance with like a presentation. So in math, there's a subject called game theory, and you have like war strategy and like war games, right? So like with some pre-approval, like we can sit down and pick a topic that you would research, and see like if honestly, if we pick a topic, you research and you actually get publication, I'll just automatically give you full like credit, which would be like 10% of your overall grade that I would give you. Like if you were to actually get publication, like we pick a topic, you get it approved, you research it, you present it. Now if you would actually get like full publication, like a genuine publication, to me, in my eyes, that would be an automatic like maxed out bonus. But if you wanted to pick a topic and research it, like war games, war strategy, you can even use chess logic because the 5-on-5 battle royale is basically chess. And so you can take one of the topics in chess, research it, and see can we apply it, and like, okay, how can we take this mathematics and apply it to things that we love? So usually when I do like icebreakers, I try to get a sense of what is it that people enjoy doing, but I knew that we were kind of short on time and we had a lot of people. That's the only reason I didn't ask that question. But I will be open to some extra credit like that. But here's another link for my YouTube channel. So again, my YouTube is called Beautiful Mind Pfeiffer. I do have a gaming channel. I haven't really started using it yet. I got to figure out how I want to do all that. But yeah. But I do game, and the other game I play is Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. That's it. Just those 2. I don't have time for anything else. I barely have time for those. Just for the sake of time, because I know I don't want to keep you more than 5 more minutes. This folder 6 are handouts. These handouts are just like useful handouts, right? So like factoring, I know is one of those topics that give people a hard time for college algebra. So you have a factoring summary. It's basically like an overview on how to approach a factoring problem. And then there's the second link is an entire chapter devoted to factoring. So like if you want specific information on how to factor something, it'll be there. Those are the pertinent handouts. And then any other like random notes, I'm going to create a link that's going to be available in this folder number 7. I probably will make it so that you can drop, because like basically I'm trying to get access to my Morehouse box folder, and I'll make it so that you can share files with me there. Let me check the chat really quickly. Look, now, yeah, I do anime. Now, I mean, again, we can use class time for whatever. I'm totally open to it, but the math comes first, right? So again, everything is available for you. My lectures and all the stuff I want to say as far as a lecture is available. So that means you can get ahead. If you want to start now and just go ahead and finish everything, you can. Your homework is available for the entire semester. So if you want to finish it now, that's my recommendation. Just go ahead and knock it out. Now, like we can use class time to talk about this kind of stuff. I'm open to it as long as our stuff is in order. We got our stuff submitted. We've finished our homework. Like we got to finish our homework first, like at least for the week. Then we could talk about some of this other stuff. Maybe even like schedule a tournament or something like that. A battle royale. But I mean, again, the only one I play is Mobile Legends. I don't do. The students in the past are like, do you do what's the game called? Fortnite. I was like, no, that's too much. I'm not good with those. I'm not good with those at all. I will be the bait for Fortnite. I'll be like, because honestly, that's what I do in Mobile Legends. I choose this character called Diggy. He's so dopey and squishy, and like, but if you watch anime, he's like Obito in Naruto. So that's how I play him anyway. So I be going out there as bait. Like it was like, oh, I'm not paying attention. Oh, I'm just like, oh, I'm just trying to kill this minion. And then the enemy ambushes me. I was like, psych, and I'll like disappear, and they be chasing me. It'd be so funny. I'd be baiting them. I'd be having so much fun. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. But I play him like Obito in Naruto. It's so much fun. And I'd be basically trying to lure them into the kill zone so my teammates can ambush them. It'd be the funniest thing. I'd be dying. Let me see the time. But that's an overview of everything that I wanted to say, really. Do you guys have any pertinent, burning questions that you want to ask before I let you guys go? Another little bit about me. I consider myself a spiritual being having a human experience, or a multidimensional being having a human experience. The lab portion is going to be run by Dr. Lamar. I would say reach out to the math office because I don't have access to the information for you all. But it's going to be an online. Alex, she runs it, and she has that information. The lab serves as 10% of your overall grade as far as I'm concerned. So I'm going to be communicating with her. She's going to give me like weekly reports on what you guys are doing, and I use that to factor it into your grade. It's kind of like a completion grade. Like honestly, as long as you're showing activity and I see that you're doing what she's asking you to do, then I give you credit. If I can't find any evidence of you doing what you need to do, I can't give you any credit, right? Let me see how to access the homework again. So to access the homework, if you go to folder number 4 where it says assignments, you click on that. And then when it opens, at the very top where it says My Math Lab, all assignments, everything is going to be there. Your quizzes, homeworks, and exams, they're all going to be there. I'm going to do the best I can to link this to your grade book. Okay, you see the assignments with the due dates. For instance, this first assignment is due next Monday at 9 a.m. And then basically each assignment is due at Mondays at 9 a.m. Okay, let me go back here, and let's go back here. Let's check the chat. Let's see. So the lab, we talked about that. Homework, how to log in. So to log in is basically through, this is a Blackboard. So all of this stuff that you see me accessing is in Blackboard. If you're not able to get into Blackboard in your portal, probably contact the registrar. They'll get you going there. And then once you get into our course on Blackboard, you'll see the link. You'll see this link, and that'll get you there. Okay, and that's where everything is. Let me see. Do we need to get that done this week? Yes, ASAP. The first is now. The other thing with my assignments, even though this assignment is due on Monday, you can submit all my assignments. The very last day to submit all my assignments with a late penalty is like December 1st, something like that. That first week of December. You can submit anything late, and it's only a 10% late penalty. So what that means is even if you don't get this thing submitted on time by this upcoming Monday, you have all the way until the first week of December to submit it with only a 10% late penalty. So what that means is you could submit anything late and still get an A minus. Like you can still get an A on any, and some students do that. They wait until like the very, very last second get it all in. I'm like, well, what can I say? He did what I asked him to do. So I use it and I keep him moving. Right? It seems like, but again, there are still students that just like don't take advantage of it. Let me kind of go through these questions real quick because I want to let you guys go. So yeah, you want to get this stuff done. Now suppose you don't have your payment right now, you can actually get temporary access. You can get 2 weeks of temporary access, so that way you can go ahead and get started and get your full credit. Okay, so it should prompt you to pay, and there should be a link that says get 14 days of temporary access. And you just go ahead and use that and get started. Is there an access code? No. The access code, you just access it through Blackboard. That's your access code. Once you get into it through Blackboard. So we have to create an account and pay for it. Yeah, you just go to Blackboard, go to that folder number 4 that we were talking about. Let me pull it up. So go to this folder number 4 at the bottom of the screen. Once you click on once you click on that first link that says all assignments, it's gonna just follow the prompts. Just follow the prompts. It's just you just need to create an account for the initial login. And yeah, I think you do have to pay for it because my students in the spring had to pay for it. Do we need to create a Pearson account? Just go to Blackboard, use this link here, and follow the prompts. It is already made, but you got to go through Blackboard. Yeah, all the homework quizzes and most of the exams, except for maybe the midterm and the final, but everything else, homework quizzes and exams, it's all on Pearson. Everything's on Pearson. This is great. This actually worked. Okay. So somebody just made a group me. You guys might want to take advantage of that. I might let it linger for a little bit. Hold on to the science syllabus for right now. I intend to make like a box link. I don't have access to my box folder just yet through Morehouse. But once I get it, you'll be able to. And it's all going to be in the same location. It's all going to be right here. I probably renamed that folder number 7. I'll probably rename. Come on, that folder number 7 to box link, and it'll probably be there. Okay. All right, guys. I think that's time. We still got like 2 minutes if you have questions, but that's generally the overview. Everything is there. I'm available. We're going to use class time as basically a Q&A. I'm just going to be here. Sometimes I might be gaming during class, but I'm going to be here to answer questions. Again, math is the priority, but I'm available. Okay. How to access the assignments. So to access the assignments, once you get into Blackboard, it's that folder number 4 that says assignments. All right, so you got to get into Blackboard, and then you click on folder number 4 assignments, and they're all right there at the top. Again, Pearson is folder number 4 assignments, and then there. You clicked on the link, okay. So feel free to unmute yourself too. You don't have to use the chat. You should be able to unmute yourself, and that works too. Let me see. Guys, yeah, and if you're in the session right now, and if you don't have any questions, that is officially time. I'm gonna let you go. Okay, guys. So we'll be back next Monday again. At any given session, I just need you to just get your attendance at a minimum, and then you don't really have to stay. And I'll be checking like Pearson. I might even call some of you guys to just check on you to make sure you're okay. Okay. Just get your attendance credit, get your online stuff submitted, and that's it. Okay. All right, guys. Let me check the chat. Let's see. There it is. Yep. Okay, guys. Yep. Take care. I'm here if you need me. Good luck. I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream.